What's up? What's up? Gentlemen, what's up? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are probably sleeping about right now, but I got 1 hour to kill, so I might as well go on live. I usually do like 2 hours live a day. Well, not a day, every other day. But I'm actually watching this Clippers versus Bucks game. Very competitive game. You got Kawhi and Giannis. Always a good matchup to see those guys go at it. So I'm gonna be talking about that as the game go by. It could be anybody's game. It could go either way. See, this is good competitive basketball. You got your equal amount all stars too. Then you got your role players, but Giannis still needs some help, man. In terms of that category, he's going to be one of those guys that's just going to automatically take L's because his team is just not caught up with this super team stuff. Well, anyway, Stephen A. Smith, he's on this TV show, and I thought I'd talk about it because I had it saved to my DVR. So I thought I'd talk about it, but he blamed, for the whole Brooklyn Nets thing, he blames LeBron James for it. Now, here's the thing about it. You could say that for the Golden State Warriors, but the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Garnett should know better. Not Garnett, Kevin Durant should know better. Okay? You can't keep saying, oh, it's LeBron's fault that this super team came. I think the Golden State Warrior thing was highly motivated by LeBron, but I can't say this one was motivated by LeBron. This could have just been KD being KD. It's just the guy that probably wants to solidify a win and stack the deck. Now, for those of you to sit there and say, oh, Kevin Durant played with the most talent in the world, blah, blah, blah. That's not necessarily true. Once he hit Golden State, and just like LeBron, once he hit Miami, then they started that whole stacking the deck nonsense. And that's when the league got a little bit out of hand. Me personally, I think the league would be in better hands if LeBron James actually retires at some point. I think the media could get off him, and we could have basketball without no superstar attachment like bias. But then I thought about it. Basketball kind of runs on superstars. So all that hype that you give LeBron James, it'd be moved towards some other player. I don't know who that other player would be, but it will be another player because there's always a face of a league, and there's always a guy that's going to come in there and take up the credit for basketball. Kawhi Leonard and Giannis cooking in this game. No, I don't know if Paul George is in this game. I just tuned into this game just now. Actually, Paul George is in this game. Never mind. I just see him right there. But, is that a different game? Oh, that's a different game. My bad. So I don't know if Paul George is playing in this game. I don't see him on the floor. So I think it's just straight up Kawhi Leonard and Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is good. I mean, let them go. They guarding each other. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Both of those guys guarding each other. But LeBron James is responsible for the whole big three player empowerment era. He is responsible for that. Now, you can make a case that the Boston Celtics had it first, but they didn't start that player empowerment thing. Those guys was traded to that team, and they got rid of those guys because the organizations look at them as being on their last leg, be like, hey, we don't want to keep these guys on these contracts. They're getting old. So we're going to send them, we're going to trade them and, let them get one championship run because of all the hard work that they put in. They could at least deserve to get one championship. It's a little different, Now, was it a stacked team? Yes, it was, So that doesn't change the fact we got to keep the same energy. It was a stacked team. And you had Rajon Rondo at the time that was becoming like a top player in the league, and he was coming into his prime. So they had technically like 4 all-stars on that team, but they were supposedly, coming out of their prime. But I never bought into that too much because the simple fact they make it to the finals 2 out of 3 times. You did something good. But I would tell you this much. No modern team, no modern day super team has not won a championship. They all won. Boston Celtics, Miami Heat, Golden State Warriors, Cleveland Cavaliers. Now the last one is a question mark. He's the Brooklyn Nets, you know, and then you got to throw in, what you call it, the Lakers. But question is, do some of these guys get their legacy ruined by doing this? What are you going to think of it? You know, I'm sure some of you are going to just put that pass and you're just going to jump up and down because your favorite player got a championship. You know, me personally, hold on, see. No, what video are you referring to? I was on here pretty much the whole time, setting up my live stream, getting ready. What video are you referring to? So, yeah, man. But that's you. You're gonna jump up and down. You're gonna forget the whole fact that it's a super team. But you know what? A lot of people ain't gonna look at it like that. You know, we're gonna already know the deal of it. You know, you had to jump to another team. Now, it's nothing wrong with going to another team. I repeat, it's nothing wrong with going to another team. But if you go to another team and just got one all-star, fine. You know, you guys could build something. You know, but that's different. Oh, really? Oh, that's kind of cool. No, I got some of these shows on DVR, and you know, I occasionally skip to them to see a topic, and if the topic is something that I want to talk about, you know, then I make a video on it. I told you a lot of my stuff is based on the media, and when the media says something, you know, your boy Prince goes into video mode, live stream mode, and I talk about what I see. But yeah, that's one hell of a coincidence, man. You know, I guess when did you send the link? Because I was probably on here talking the time that you actually sent it. I was probably getting ready to go online. I don't look at all my messages all the time. You know, I understand a lot of messages in my videos aren't for me. They're usually between you guys debating with each other and talking to each other. Nobody answers me questions in the comment section that much or even give me links. So I mean, I don't go to them a lot. You guys may leave a comment and I may check like 2 hours later, you know? So, but yeah, that's kind of cool. What a coincidence, man. You know, but you know, Stephen A. Smith, I don't agree with everything he says, but he is right on this. You know, Giannis Antetokounmpo at the free throw line. I'm watching the Bucks and Clippers, but he is right on that. You know, he's 100% right on, you know, LeBron starting that whole super team thing. And I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, I can't go about sitting there. I can't defend a guy and say, you know, this, that, and the dirt. I mean, it is what it is, you know, and you got a lot of LeBron apologists that like to sit there and, oh, you know, they did this back in the day. They did this. Stop coming at me with stuff that happened before you were even born. You weren't even born to see what's going on. Don't come at me and tell me about what Bill Russell was doing and this, that, and the dirt. Did you watch Bill Russell play? You know, so stop talking to me about Bill Russell and what was going on back in the 60s as if you really know. All right. Kind of stay close to modern times. You know, I'm old school, but I won't even go that damn far talking about the 60s all damn day long. You know, let's stay a little current with modern NBA history, you know, because you're gonna run into a roadblock when you start talking about the 60s compared to now, you know. Yeah, the media has always been doing that, man. A lot of people bite it. I'm sure you was, you know, I'm sure you probably still is. Well, I mean, there's no hate against LeBron, but you know, the media did brainwash us about LeBron a lot. And there's a lot of people that still, you know, they're under that LeBron spell. It's like WandaVision, you know, they're hypnotized, you know, and they believe if you was keep watching the media, you would thought LeBron invented basketball. You know, they praise this man like he's actually, you know, the inventor of basketball. And he's far from the best player of all time. And it's debatable to write he's even the best player in the league for several years. Okay, there's no clear cut. LeBron is the best player in basketball, you know. So I think we over exaggerate LeBron a lot, you know, and it's largely because a lot of people just feed into some of the stuff they they watch from the media, and it is what it is on that part. It's not saying that he's not a great player, but LeBron James is a very overhyped basketball player. It is what it is. Yo, what's up, AK? I'm doing a little second edition. I told you I was going to come back on. Harden was a beast today in this game. Great game that James Harden had today. He really showed out and played great. Yeah, I mean, it's a promotion thing. LeBron's the face of the NBA, man. They're gonna have to milk that cow until there's no milk left. But you got a lot of young players here that you could promote. You mean to tell me James Harden is not promotable? I mean, you're a fan of James Harden, Zach. So why can't the NBA promote him more? Don't it feel good to have to go to, let's say, this sports channel and knowing that you could get James Harden news? It doesn't have to always be about LeBron. You could get Kawhi Leonard news. You could get Dame Dollar news. You could get Steph Curry news. Isn't it fun to talk about other players besides just one player all the time? Harden is a very exciting basketball player to watch. I would give you that, AK, especially in the regular season. But he's gonna have to change a lot of narratives in the playoffs. But it's gonna be hard for me to even rate him in the playoffs because those other two guys and that whole roster that they get is gonna be hard for me to sit there and be like, yeah, he's the man. But you the man playing alongside all these other guys. It is what it is. Spencer Dinwiddie may be coming back. You guys know that Spencer Dinwiddie may be coming back. I don't know about that, man. I think the media would give it to KD before they give it to James Harden. Yeah, oh my God, you remind me of AK. You guys stole his trademark. You may have to pay him money for the word slurping. I mean, that's becoming a trademark on his channel, basketball slurpers, LeBron slurpers, all of this type of stuff. You may have to give him some type of copyright money. No. Hey, he may be. Yeah, you're loaded, Zach, but you know what? James Harden is too good of a basketball player to be loading and stacking decks. That goes for all of those guys. I'm never going to see them really at their best because they're always going to have somebody to bail them out. It's the same way with LeBron James. They robbed us of classic moments, and we're never going to get to see it. Like, I'm never going to get to see will the Golden State Warriors avenge their loss in 2016. I'm never going to get to see if LeBron could have three-peated. I'm never going to get to see none of this stuff because of this whole stacking the deck super team stuff. I'm never going to get to see KD push to the limit, that he overcomes a 3-1 lead that he blowed against Golden State and he makes it to the finals and wins a championship. Yeah, he did start it. That player movement, player empowerment thing is all started by LeBron. It is what it is. Now, if KD can't stay healthy, I don't think y'all gonna win the championship. And the Knicks got shit. Hey, man, it's the Knicks. Knicks ain't gonna do nothing. Did a feel good story of the year, but it's fool's gold. We know the Knicks ain't gonna go nowhere. It's just good to say, yeah, the Knicks balled out in this game or two, but basketball has officially come down to two teams. It's just all about the Nets and it's all about the Lakers. And every player is going to be linked to both of those teams. And we're going to pretend like all the other 28 teams don't even exist. I mean, hey, if Harden plays like that and KD is gone and they just got him and Kyrie doing that, that's a more respectable thing than anything because you got your sidekick and you will have your leader as James Harden, assuming Kevin Durant don't come back. But I got bad news for you, AK. Kevin Durant be coming back in a week, according to reports. Kevin Durant is scheduled to come back to basketball in a week. Yes, the Clippers is winning 93-86. Yeah, that's crazy. The Nets they're gonna blow by a lot of teams in the East. with ease, You expect him to get injured again? Man, he is injury prone as of lately now. I mean, he got to get that label of being injury prone now, right? It's nothing we could do about it. He got to stay injury prone. 96 to 86. A lot of people don't do live streams no more for games. Now, I was one of the best to do live streams on games on YouTube. No cap. I was giving people half of the screen. I was playing the audio. There was nothing like my live streams for basketball games. They'll always remain stuff a legend. But the NBA contact me and say, you know what? It's copyright. You can't be giving our stuff away without giving the fee. But then they won't mind some of my videos if I get monetized, that I give all my proceeds to them. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's going to be Drummond against LaMarcus. Now, if Drummond is guarding LaMarcus on the perimeter, LaMarcus may cook him because LaMarcus is still a more skilled shooter and a better scorer than Andre Drummond. But the Lakers got a in prime center. Even the center, the coach for the Lakers, Frank Vogel, said, we got one of the best centers in the league. He just flat out admitted that, So you got one of the best centers in the league. You got a big man in AD. Those guys could be scooping up rebounds all over the place. You can't afford to have too much misses, I mean, I don't know about that, Octavius, Sometimes if you're going to get traded, you're not going to play real hard, But I wouldn't say they faked, being washed up. Maybe Blake Griffin, because he out there dunking and he wasn't even attempting to do a dunk when he was in Detroit. Yeah, the Bulls aren't in sync, but they got a lot of growth, but they ain't going nowhere as long as the Nets is around. Them Bulls ain't going nowhere. None of these teams are going nowhere because the NBA won't even let them play on a even level. It's not a balanced playing field, and the Bulls will never get a fair shot to beat teams like the Brooklyn Nets. Now you see how the West is getting depleted. The West is going to be getting depleted sooner or later too, because everything's going to be going to LeBron in the West. Easy putbacks, That's foul, man. Don't pick Kyle Kuzma on that. That guy a double-digit scorer, Octavius. Yeah, they got beef, because Dwight Howard spacked Montrezl Harrell ball all the way to Wakanda. That was a ridiculous rejection. That rejection was sick. 96 to 86 is the score so far. Yeah, it's three-peat or bust. But let's three-peat is so hard to do, especially in now because guys are switching from team to team. So how about championship or bust? But I mean, the same thing could go for the Lakers. They got no excuse. If the Lakers can't win a championship, no excuse for them. Dinwiddie is probably he said he's gonna come back probably before playoff time a little bit because he's ready. He's prime and ready, so to speak. So he's going to do it. He may come back a little early. He's ahead of schedule. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell's been playing good for a while, And how did Giannis get robbed? Are you referring to the fact that probably he can't get players to come to Milwaukee? That goes both ways because nobody wants to go to Milwaukee. But if you want to balance the field, Giannis is going to have to get at least a legitimate sidekick, Not a guy that's a third option like Chris Middleton. He's never going to win with this team, He's never going to win with this team. So if you're a Giannis fan, Rough Riders, you're going to have to deal with the fact that, you know, you're always going to be playing against a stacked deck. Your odds of winning is very low. You know, he said 2 ADs at the rim, but it shouldn't be like that, Octavius. Why do y'all need two? Why do y'all need 2 ADs for? Shouldn't y'all be able to win with the number 1 and number 2 best player in the world? Since when does the number 1 best player in the world, LeBron James, and the second best player in the world, Anthony Davis, need all of that? Need all that help? Nah, it's not hate. I don't hate LeBron James, but I just don't get it. If he's that great, why he's always needing help? Why does he always need to stack the deck to win if he's that great? Why can't he just do it, like a lot of superstars from the past? How many superstars have won in the way LeBron James and Kevin Durant won? Not too many, It's just, I'm just calling it like I see it, I would like to see LeBron win in a better fashion than doing this. I think he's better than this. If he really is the next this, the next that, then come on, man, show it to me. Harden's going to get penalized, though, Zach. He's playing with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. He's going to get penalized for that. If he just won with Kyrie Irving, it's a different story. But there's a lot of teams in the NBA that you could win championships without having a super team. The Lakers just did it last season. Whether you call it a Mickey Mouse championship or not, that wasn't a super team. Everybody had to pitch in and put their work in, and that's how team basketball is supposed to be. The year before that, the Raptors won the championship. I know what you're thinking. It's because those guys got hurt, but nevertheless, they still got the job done, Steve Kerr. Man, Steve Kerr's averaged 6 points a game. What are you? He's somewhat the all-star? Get out of here. And Pippen wasn't even Rodman wasn't even an all-star, my man. Jordan won 6 championships with 1 all-star, a sidekick. That was it. And one of those championships, he was the only all-star on the team. 6 points. I mean, you better take Steve Kerr's name off that list. Man, you better stop that, Zach. Take Steve Kerr off that. He hit that shot. Man, that wasn't no game breaker. If they lose that game, whether he hit that shot or not, the series wasn't over. It wasn't like Ray Allen. If Ray Allen missed that shot, LeBron, he's 2-7 in the finals. No, he would have been 2-7 in the finals. If Steve Kerr didn't hit that shot, Michael Jordan could have just closed out the next game. Man, that shot wasn't all that. It wasn't even that important, to be honest with you, because the Bulls still had control of the series. It only get icy when it gets to like a game 7. But LeBron was about to go home. That game against the Spurs, LeBron was about to go home, man. If Ray Allen don't hit that shot, LeBron loses. But man, that shot was something else. That shot rang the bell all across the world. Okay, here we go. Trez is averaging 21 and 9 the last 11 games. He's the 6th man of the year, Octavius. It's called stacking the deck. And Schroeder is an 18-point game. I keep telling you guys, the Lakers are not scrubs. They're a stacked team. Montrezl Harrell is capable of doing that almost on any night. He's a great low post scorer. I'm not saying you, but ever since LeBron came to the Lakers, you got a bunch of bandwagon fans, man. These fake Laker fans is crazy. None of them are real Laker fans. This is LeBron fans. Oh, your dad? Oh, really? Man, I don't know why LeBron winning a championship or not should have nothing to do with Michael Jordan. It's not going to stop Michael Jordan's legacy. He's already sealed, man. There's nothing LeBron could do to be on Michael Jordan level, man, because his level of winning, he has too much help. LeBron James has played with more talent than Michael Jordan. That's a fact. Michael Jordan won 6 championships, 5 of them. One of them, Pippen wasn't even an all-star. I don't care if he was a snub or anything. He was a borderline all-star in 91. He became one in 1992. You know, that chip already sailed a long time ago. You know, LeBron could win another championship and still won't be on Mike's level because look how he's doing it. Man, if Jordan was playing with a top 5 player in the league, he'd probably have 8 championships. Knowing Jordan, man, imagine if Jordan played with Hakeem Olajuwon. Them guys could have won like 9 championships. Well, I mean, yeah, that's a big collapse for a superstar. You can't do that. Definitely can't do that. I mean, that's always going to be on his record. But so is all them other losses. You know, it is what it is. To this day, I could go outside and ask people about 2014. It's like, yo, remember Kawhi Leonard locked LeBron up? That's the narrative around it. It's always going to be Kawhi Leonard outplayed LeBron. And you got locked down by LeBron. Looked at nervous when Kawhi Leonard was guarding him. Yeah, he could have. Jordan would have had a lot of championships. Imagine if Jordan had the same amount of talent as LeBron James. He probably would have more. You know, so that's completely irrelevant, though. You know, it's the fact that, you know, Mike made it make himself the main reason why he was closing out games. You know, he don't have no Ray Allen moments like that. LeBron do. You know, Kyrie Irving, the shot. Ray Allen, the shot. Michael Jordan don't got moments like that. Nobody stole those moments from him. The biggest shot in Bull history, he hit that shot over Craig Elo, hit that shot over Byron Russell. I mean, all that's Jordan. You know, all of that's Mike. You know, there ain't no Ray Allen bailing Michael Jordan out. Michael Jordan was the one hitting that shot. The ball was on him. Yeah, Jordan changed your whole game because they said a 2-guard couldn't win a championship. A scoring champ couldn't win a championship. A guard can't be the number 1 option on the team. Mike changed all of that. Yeah, see, Chris Paul is balling. Man, Chris Paul is always a good baller, man. You know, always a good baller. But this leads to conspiracy theories because people are always going to think that the NBA is rigged. They're always going to think that it's rigged for guys like LeBron. You know, but Lakers aren't friendly. Watch the Lakers get Avery Bradley. You know why? Because LeBron want Avery Bradley. If LeBron says, I want Avery Bradley, he gets it. LeBron tells Rob Pelinka to jump. Rob Pelinka says, how high, Mr. LeBron? That's how it goes. You know, looks like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving doing the same thing to Steve Nash and all them boys over there. Will the Bulls make the playoffs? I don't know, man. You know, at this point, it's not even relevant. You know, they're going home anyway. No. I mean, LeBron's his true colors are starting to show, man. This is a guy that said he want to play with everybody. You know, he don't want to compete. He'd rather play with them. And I don't like that kumbaya, roast marshmallows by the campfire, and let's be all buddy. This is basketball, you know? If LeBron, you want to be on a peace mission with everybody, stop playing basketball. Don't compete then, because this is a sport where people got to compete and go at each other. I mean, maybe second round, but I mean, it'd be good to see them go up against the Brooklyn Nets. It'd be fun. They'll lose to the Brooklyn Nets, but it'd be the Battle of New York. Should be somewhat fun. Yeah, he may be jealous of LeBron, but he doing the same thing as LeBron. They both just stack deckers. You know, it's just weak, man. It just looks bad. Imagine getting your butt whooped by a team, and you're the main reason why that team lost. Then you just go to that team and just join them. You know, it's sad, man. It really is. 111 to 100 is the score of this game. Looks like the Clippers are going to get a W. You know, Rajon Rondo come back. He could control the pace. And I heard DeMarcus Cousins may be a Clipper. I don't know what DeMarcus Cousins got left in the tank. A lot of people just don't even want the guy, you know. But he could be a diamond in the rough for the Clippers. But that's not enough to push them over the top. I still think the Lakers are by far the best team in the West. No question about it. No, you got to understand, you're going up against the Lakers. You're going up against those guys that blow that whistle a little bit too. Because the league is always going to give a superstar favorable calls. And LeBron will always get favorable calls. Always. You know, the NBA is not – you think the NBA is going to let a guy like LeBron – think about it. You think the NBA is going to let LeBron foul out of a basketball game? Hell no. That's ratings right there. That's money. I mean, they're going to keep that guy in the game. You know, he's always going to get favorable calls. And he's always going to get stuff to keep him relevant. Because it's the same guy that said, hey, I got enough to win with what I have. So why are you going out of your way to get an Andre Drummond? You know, you got to need more. You need Avery Bradley too. Some perimeter defense. You need everything. But don't you got it already? Weren't you guys top 5 in defense already? So what you worried about for LeBron? Why you need it? You know? Why would you even make that pitch for Kawhi Leonard to come to the Lakers? You pretty much tell a GM what to do. You LeBron, you could go to that GM and say, hey, I got AD. I don't need Kawhi Leonard. Why are you picking up the phone calling that guy for anyway? Why did you pick up the phone and call Kevin Durant to see if you want to play, see if he want to play with you? Are you serious? Why are you answering to play with these guys for? LeBron? Answer me. Yeah. All right. Riddle me this. Why are you wanting to play with these guys for? You're better than them, right? Shouldn't you be beating them instead of playing with them? You should have went to Rob Pelinka and said, hey, give me role players. I got my sidekick, Anthony Davis. I'm good. Give me some role players. You know, let's go out and get a Derrick Rose or something, you know? You know, that's it. You know, why you need all these guys? Yeah, Aaron Gordon ain't going to be no factor, man. They ain't going nowhere. None of those teams in the West going anywhere other than the Lakers. Assuming if the Lakers are fully healthy, you know. But they don't need all that help. He said, low-key gay. I mean, I don't know what it is, but you can't tell a big as LeBron supporter if LeBron's better than all these guys. Why he trying to recruit them for? I mean, what, your notion is to play with everybody? He said it live on TV. He said, yes, I want to play with everybody. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard is kind of boring to watch. That is true. He's missing that flair. And he's quiet. He has a low-cut misdemeanor. So I understand why he doesn't get that much press, because a lot of people don't like watching him, you know. But a lot of casuals are upset with the NBA anyway. A lot of people just lost interest in basketball. I asked PA, do you watch basketball? Nah, I'd rather watch football. At least it's more unpredictable and it's more fun. I'm not watching basketball. It's just too predictable. Some people come and only watch the fourth quarter. You know, they used to say the only quarter that matters in basketball is the fourth quarter. You can skip past the whole 3 quarters. Well, that case is going to be even more relevant, you know? Hold on for a minute. And, you know, funny thing is, a lot of people tell me regular season don't matter. You know, it's all about the playoffs. You know, we're so picky and as being basketball fans that we downgraded just about every dang basketball now. You know, to the point that all people care about is what, the finals. So the regular season don't matter. How do you get to the playoffs if you don't play a regular season? How you get to the finals if you don't play the playoffs? We just gonna, okay, everybody, we just gonna put the Lakers and Nets in the finals. Forget everything else, you know. But the NBA low key is becoming very suspect. It really is. You know, the Lakers are a big time franchise, so the NBA gonna always want to keep the Lakers in ratings. You know. He's still stacking the deck. Man, he's something else with it, man. He really is something else with it. You know, I get Kawhi's maybe somewhat boring or whatever, but at least he want to compete against LeBron. You know, I got to give him that. I know a lot of people told me that Kawhi Leonard is bored, so you're not the only one to tell me that. You know. You know. I mean, his son got other stuff on his mind, and he's a young kid, so he may not even make the league. You know, don't you notice every time a team gets another player, it's always, what will the Lakers get? What will the Lakers get? Every time another team upgrades, the Lakers got to automatically try to upgrade. But you're already championship contenders, and you're already favorites. How much do you need to possibly win? How much more do you need to win? Are you just want to pit it to a point where you're going to guarantee yourself a win? You know, because you don't want to have no resistance, no challenge whatsoever to win. They may be signing Avery Bradley because that's what LeBron wants. They want a guard. You know. Yeah, that's it's true. He did not want to go to the Lakers at first. So the only thing I could think of is somebody gave him an offer he can't refuse. They probably said, "Hey, you know what? Take the low bowl, and we're going to pay you under the table." Because he's only getting paid like $700,000 this season. That's all the Lakers giving him. He's dirt cheap. He lost a lot of millions from that buyout. Nets probably didn't offer enough money. That is true. You know, but the Lakers had to promise Andre Drummond something that changed his mind. You know, it has to be something behind closed doors, and a lot of these NBA owners and players have always been doing deals under the table. You know, it's not nothing new with that. No, I don't know, Zach. I'm not too sure about that. No, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised he went to the Lakers because the media was pushing for it so hard. The media was the main ones pushing for it. Go to the Lakers. Go to the Lakers. You know what? Perfect team you would be good on, Andre Drummond? The Lakers. Kawhi Leonard could be a free agent right now. Imagine if the Lakers get him. That's an interesting question, though. Where do you LaMarcus could probably come off the bench. He could be the backup for Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant could play the 4. Now, assuming Spencer Dinwiddie come back, you slide him to the 3, and you let Blake Griffin come off the bench for Spencer Dinwiddie, you know, or Jeff Green. I mean, they got options. You got a lot of double-digit scores. James Harden be technically your shooting guard, but he's really your point guard. But you know what, by position. And then you have the other dude, Harris, is the backup for James Harden. You know, or Harris could be the backup for Kyrie Irving. They got options, though. You know, somebody's going to lose minutes. That's for sure. You know, somebody's going to lose minutes. Yeah, it's about to be a big win for the Clippers, but somebody's going to lose minutes. I mean, at the 5, who you going to? At the 5, you're gonna run DeAndre Jordan probably still, and then make LaMarcus be your center coming off the bench. Oh, then you can make Blake Griffin be the backup for Kevin Durant. Man, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want Harden to get hurt now. You don't want to overplay him. But man, you can have Kyrie, James Harden, LaMarcus or DeAndre Jordan. That's the question. So I guess you could start LaMarcus. So start LaMarcus, KD at the 4, Spencer Dinwiddie if he comes back at the 3. So yeah, they've been scoring buckets, man. But when we talking about double digits, nobody got more than the Lakers and the Nets. Nets and Lakers got more double-digit scores than any team. So if Andre Drummond is playing against LaMarcus, who you got if they guarding each other? Oh, what up, Tay? We just chopping the breeze, man. Talking that sport talk. But yeah, man, what you got? Drummond is at least in his prime though. He's only 28. But I mean, the Lakers got their legit third option. I mean, technically, it's supposed to be Kyle Kuzma a long time ago. All right, he was out there hoping. Clippers are pretty deep. I mean, they got a good roster too, But I mean, they got a good formatted roster that you're not going to call a super team or nothing like that, But they're all right. The Clippers are all right too, but they just don't have enough firepower to beat the Lakers. I mean, I'm sorry, they don't have it. Fully healthy, they don't have enough firepower to beat the Lakers. So should be interesting. I didn't say he owns LeBron, but he does have same way you guys normally use. You like to use track records. How come is it when it's the other way around, you don't want to reverse it? Kawhi does have a winning record over LeBron. I mean, if LeBron had a winning record over Kawhi, I'm pretty sure that's the first thing you'd be bringing up. But since it's not true, we're going to move the narrative. Why are we always moving narratives for LeBron? I mean, just admit the truth. Now, just because he has a winning record over LeBron, that doesn't justify him being better than LeBron, but it is what it is. Now, I have seen Kawhi score on LeBron a lot. I mean, especially these past 2 seasons or so, especially when they go one-on-one, Kawhi Leonard could get whatever shot he want off for the most part. LeBron has spurts when he had a play or two when he stopped Kawhi, but not enough consistently throughout a whole game, no. Man, Andre Drummond should have joined the Celtics. If he joined the Celtics, it'd have been more, you know, I'm pretty sure Kawhi would be up for the challenge to guard LeBron. But the question is, will LeBron be guarding him? You know, assuming that the Clippers can make it to the Lakers too. So we got to see what that goes down. But that's a matchup I would like to see, you know. But Andre Drummond should have went to like the Celtics or the Knicks. At least if they went, that happened, you could sit there and say, "Oh crap, the Nets got some work cut out for them," right? It'll move the narrative in the East a little bit. We got some more competitive basketball. Yeah, I don't think the Clippers have enough firepower to beat the Lakers anyway. You know, they are overrated. I have all them people in Boston overrated. Man, I agree with you on that. Yeah, he's gonna be guarding Beverly. I wouldn't be surprised to see LeBron guard Beverly. You know, and the whole series, we barely get to see Kawhi versus LeBron. Probably for like a minute or so, and that's it. Yeah, I mean the Nets didn't need those guys neither on Bistro. The minute they got James Harden, they should just kept with what they got. You know, none of those guys needed nothing. You know, if you ask me. Yeah, he's been ducking players a while. LeBron's been ducking a lot of players. You know, we never get the matchup that we want to see. If the Nets make it to the finals and they both loaded, I want to see Kevin Durant and LeBron guard each other. It's not going to make much of a difference, though, because they're both playing with stacked decks. You know, I'm not going to really take much away from neither one of these guys winning the championship. LeBron James is the Floyd Mayweather of basketball. Keep in mind, boxing got much better when Floyd Mayweather retired. There was no more drama, no more headlines. I got to see fights that I wanted to see. Nobody duck each other. The fights was entertaining. Guys was getting knocked the fuck out. Excuse me for my language. Guys was getting knocked out. You know, all of that stuff. I'm trying to cool down on the cursing. You know, but yeah. Man, LeBron James never gonna be the GOAT, brother. As long as he playing with these decks, stacking the deck. Ever since he joined Miami, LeBron's career went different. You know, he was playing with more respect when he wasn't winning championships in Cleveland, and you was pushing for him. He's hoping that he could get a championship. You hope he could get it in a respectable manner. Oh, who want that rematch? Okay. Oh man. Oh, the Clippers won a game. I take it. You know. I think that game, Nets and Lakers are, if I'm not mistaken, April 10th. If my memory serves me well, April 10th. Brian gonna be guarding Joe Harris. The matchup of a lifetime: LeBron James versus Joe Harris. Kevin Durant gonna be dropping like 30 points, 35 points. Nobody gonna be checking him really. He gonna be guarded by role players. LeBron just gonna be sitting there looking like, man, that's your man. You're supposed to be guarding him, right? Get at him, Kuz. Yeah, Tay, I hear you. Tay is a diehard Lakers fan. He was a Lakers fan before LeBron got there. I don't know. I think KD will do a better performance guarding LeBron than LeBron guarding KD. Nas once said, "Your arm's too short to box with God." So I think it'll be something like that. LeBron's arm's too short. KD be shooting right over him. Fame went to their head. So now it's F Nas. Woo! Came with my style, so I fathered you. I've been changing on the world since barbecue. Woo! Yeah. You're the man. You're the man. Nah, that song's still mad. You're the man. And dear God, I'm so thankful. Yeah, it's still Matic, brother. You know. Did you check out those Lost tapes yet? Man, them Lost tapes is nice. Lost tapes volume 1 and volume 2. Check it out. Start off with volume 1 though. Great. Great put together album. The Lost Tapes. Nas, the Lost Tapes. Yo, this brother got a song where he rapping backwards. Oh, it's so awesome. You know. And then he got a song called Book of Rhymes. Man, listen here, Zach. Book of Rhymes? What? Listen to a song by Nas called Book of Rhymes. Killing it. It's like he's rewriting the rhyme, and then he goes right back to it. Very creative, you know. You know, it's a piece of work. It's a piece of work. Portland's a pretender, as always. They're good for the regular season. Oh, the message was good. Probably Aaron Gordon. They're probably going to put Aaron Gordon on LeBron. But Aaron Gordon is too slow foot to match up with LeBron. LeBron going to blow by him all the time. You're the man. Nah, none of those teams in the West going to beat the Lakers, Tay. It just is what it is, man. Oh, oh boy. Man, that rivalry would never end. CNN, Warbleport, Channel 10. Ugh. Yes, he is. Nas, man, Nas been better than Tupac and Biggie. Tupac ain't got the creative lyrical ability of a Nas. Tupac can't even think of those type of stuff that Nas be thinking of in terms of just rapping. If you put Nas and Tupac in the booth and you tell them to rap, Nas will murder that dude in just rapping. Tupac's a good songwriter, but he can't hang, man. He can't hang with no Nas. Yes, he is, man. That creativity and lyrical ability, man, he's a class of his own. Yes, I did. And I'm just like this when I saw all that stuff that's on here. If y'all seen Ohio's channel, y'all go to Ohio's channel and see what he got on there. Yeah, did y'all saw that? Oh my god! I mean, he's in the business. He's in the business for real, man. He's in the business for real. No cap. He's in the business for real. He was gonna move out to Cali to do his thing, man. He actually, he hit me up with an email to say if I know anybody in the entertainment business. That nah, man, I don't get down like that. I know people in the entertainment business, but not like that. I could let him talk to Nate Robinson. That's a, or Ron Artest, but not people for his type of industry. But y'all, if y'all saw that, man, and he actually knows some of them. Real talk, he actually knows some of them. Pictures. If you, I believe him because he sent me the email with pictures of him with them. He knows them. He knows some of those people. He's an up and coming. So if you go to if you see him or whatever he message he make a comment, tell him to hit you up or something. Maybe he could show you if he cool with some of you guys. Maybe you could get I don't know. Maybe you get some pictures of him and he could show you. But I saw the proof. He knows some of those people that he posts those videos of. He has pictures of him with them. He's up and coming. He wants to be in that business. He said his goal is still to move to California. He would have came here if it wasn't for COVID, because the studios, everything went down. So his dream got delayed. So he did. No, I got no other choice but to believe him. Okay, so I mean, I saw the stuff, I saw the proof. So, I mean, you know, he may try to get you in the business too, Bistro. Oh, got the Zelda, man. I had the Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, on Nintendo Switch. My son has it now, though. So, Yeah, I mean, good luck to him, and he's pursuing his dreams. He knows Brian. He knows Brian Pumper. Brian Pumper happened to be from New York. I used to run into him all the time. A big muscle dude, But I don't really talk to him like that, man. But I have met Brian Pumper, so I mean, you can see him all around here in LA. Man, yo, he get busy though. He get busy, Bistro. You mean he ain't lying. That's the Puerto Rican, the Puerto Rican guy right there, man. He got that Puerto Rican in him. And being from the East Coast, I know exactly what his type is because he's Puerto Rican. He got that East Coast Puerto Rican attitude. You know how they get down. Shout out to all my Puerto Rocks, New York City style. Fat Joe, Big Pun, J Lo. Repping that New York. Hey man, that's what they do over there. Yeah, he like Mello. Yeah, I think he likes Carmelo Anthony. I mean, if he makes a comment in one of the videos, holla at him. Tell him to show you some of the stuff, man. He showed me. And I was like this. Man, plus I had to get rid of, I can't be getting down with that, man. I ain't about that life. But good luck to him. Good luck to him, man. But some of those ones he knows some of them. I put it in the comment section. He probably a good bitch at it. Nah, man. Hey, man. I have run into a lot of people in all types of business. I ran into music stars, actors. I met so many people here in LA. It's not even funny. Man, I used to be in Santa Monica. I used to run into celebrities all the time. You know. So, and I run into a lot of people up and coming in TV shows. So, this is the right place for them to come. You know. So, I mean, he put that work in. Anything's possible if you put the time and work in, and that's what he put all his energy into. Best of luck to him. He said, "Let me see your work." Go and check it out, man. You go to his channel and check it out. You can see what it is. You know, yo, Bistro, you want to get put on by him? Yeah, Bistro, you want to get put on by him? But man, the game's over. We about to get out of here in like 5 more minutes. It's almost hitting that hour time. You know, we almost about to get out of here, man. But damn, he may try to hit you up, Bistro. Like, yeah. You know. But hey, man, if you guys trying to get put on, man, connect with him. He come out to Los Angeles. I mean, he could probably put y'all on. Oh, they get down like that in Sacramento too? He said, "I'm hit him up." Is that you try to get into the business? You gonna be making movies with him? Y'all go for auditions. But hey, man, sometimes you can meet lots of people. In life you're gonna meet people from all different walks of life, man. It is what it is. You know. Yeah. Word. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all later, man. Y'all have a good one, man. We about to get up out of here. You know how we do, man. We always chop it up, crack jokes, talk sports. You know, but deuces, peace.